What's up folks, Carl here from the Gardener in the Wild YouTube channel, and for the past 4 days Angus and I have been camping at this beautiful spot on this wild river. You're fishing, checking out cool plants, picking up trash and eating some really good barbecue food. We've had a great time and I think that you'll enjoy watching this video. It's all happening down the river, you just got to be here. That noise is Angus drinking, by the way. It's meant to be 45 degrees Celsius tomorrow. So I'm going to try and get up early, paddle back across the river, because, well, I've got 3 days off from work. I'm also going to help Nana out with her gardening. And so that's what I'm doing here. It's going to be half leisure, half hanging out with Nana and doing some gardening for her. I'm going to settle in. If anything interesting happens, I'll make sure to turn the camera on and let you know about it. Till then, good night. Isn't this a nice spot? Righto. Let's go do some gardening at Nana's. Good boy. Good boy. Alright, all done at Nana's for today. We're back in the canoe. Got a bunch of fishing gear with me. Angus is cooking it in the front. So we're going to boots it back up to camp, get in the shade for the afternoon. Maybe we'll do a bit of fishing. Back to camp. Angus was in the water before the canoe even stopped. Because it's the low tide, let's get down here and grab some crabs. Whoa! We'll grab a handful of those crabs, put them to the side, and then when it cools down a bit later, we'll use them to catch some fish. Now to find these fellas, it's pretty fun. You gotta flip the rock and you gotta be quick and you gotta grab them. Oh yeah, some big ones under here. There's quite a big one. Oh. Oh. Look at that, he's put him in there. Oh, there's one. There's another crab. There you go, there's 10 or so crabs. We'll use them combined with the worms, and I bet you we'll be able to catch a bream later on. Look at this, there's just crap everywhere. Anyway, let's cook up some lunch. We got these snags here, and still sizzling. I just did not sleep very good last night. I found the second night, third night, whatever, it's pretty good. But the first night, you're just listening, and so any noise, you're awake. There must have been a kangaroo or a wallaby. There must have been a couple of them that came straight past the tent. That must just be their normal thing. I'm figuring for the animals that live up there on top of the cliffs, Down here is one of the only accesses they have to the water. This is pretty salt water. You'd call it brackish, I guess, but it's pretty much salt water. So are those animals eating that water? I don't know. Okay, get it. I want to do some fishing. So I'd bet those crabs that I found I could put on a hook. And if I could get over that side and fish against the cliffs, I'll bet you that's where I'd catch a big bream. I think we'll just start off on this side of the river and let's just build up from there. There we go. Bream. He's too small. He's so small. Bloody bream. No, the bream. And another one. Anyway, I think we get it. There's unlimited small bream in there. The legal size in South Australia is 30 centimetres. So anyway, we'll leave them alone. You get the idea. Bream are interesting fish though. An old bream could be 30 years old. That's a long time to be swimming around in this river. Over the other side here. See what happens. Oh, I got greedy. Should have used the net. Go, little bream. That worked really well, so I've grabbed a few more crabs. What happened was the SD card filled up. Oh, bloody technical difficulties. We'll go for a walk down the bank here on the side that I'm camping on and we'll just see what happens. There you go, baby. Look at that. There you go. That was a fun afternoon. There's like a sister video to this, and that is doing the garden cleanup at Nana's house. And tomorrow I've got to move 8 meters of mulch. So I think what I'm trying to say is tomorrow's going to be a big day. So I'm going to have a stretch. Me and Angus going to eat some food. Tomorrow is a later start than today. Guess that means I can go to bed a little bit later tonight. And I can sleep in a little bit tomorrow too. Good morning. Slept a little bit better last night. Definitely I find it's better to stay up a little bit later when I'm sleeping out in the bush, so I can like kind of get used to being outside, and then I fall asleep a lot better. Slow morning. Oats with honey, cinnamon, creatine and protein powder. Big day incoming, so I think it might be wise to have a bit of a stretch. We're all set for another day of doing Nana's gardening. If you want to see what's going on in my Nana's garden, that's another video, and I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Have a good one. What's up? We thought it was going to be a hectic day, so at least it went as planned. Let's get up there and cook up some dinner. I'm looking out into the bushes up the hill, and if any wildlife comes past, I've got my lamp ready and I'll film it and I'll show you. Well, there's a bird up in the tree over there. There, that bird's just chilling over there. He's having a sleep. As they say on YouTube, time to hunker down. Morning. Oh, I've just been having a pretty slow morning. Angus is chilling too, drinking some coffee, and I'm going to go grab a few more crabs from under those rocks, and I reckon we'll do a bit of fishing this morning. Straight away, first cast. First cast. See you later. There we go. He's not very big. It's funny how hard they fight. Bring back. They love the crabs, eh? That's it. Fishing's over. That was fun, wasn't it? I'm glad we did that. It's something that I reckon is super important when you're out in these really nice nature spots, is to take your rubbish home with you. Angus has found himself a dead kangaroo. We know what Angus is up to for the afternoon. Can you guess the weed that I wanted to show you? It's featured on the past few videos. I'm seeing it everywhere right now. I guess it's the time of year for it, and I'm in the right place for it too. You guessed it. The Scotch thistle, the variegated thistle, the Silybum marianum, or, as you can see by the spelling, the Silybum marianum. The flower on them is quite nice, isn't it? So it's not that they don't have a nice flower on them that we don't like them. It's because of all those spines on them, those prickles. This is an example of when you want to be getting rid of your variegated thistles, Silybum marianum. And it's when they haven't formed any stalks or flowers yet. It's when they're still just a broadleaf weed. This is the time when you want to poison them. And I know we don't like using glyphosate repetitively, but we can use glyphosate when it's the most effective method of weed removal, and if leaving the weed in is worse than using the glyphosate, then that's when we use glyphosate. But anyway, I showed you the weed. I've eaten a ripe and an unripe fig, but now I want to show you the native plant that's in flower right now, and it's actually everywhere. If you like butterflies, the plant to put in your garden. When it flowers, the insects go bananas. There's a really short little clip from Gardening Australia where they talk about how rare butterflies need this plant here, but then they lay their eggs on there, and there's a really cool relationship between the ants and the larvae, the little caterpillars for the butterfly, where the ants kind of farm the caterpillar and raise them into a butterfly. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. Here's one I can reach. It is a tree, grows quite tall, 10 meters tall or something like that, and it is the Bursaria spinosa. Some of the common names are the South Australian Christmas bush and also the sweet Bursaria. Something up there, there's a hoverfly getting around. There's a bee over there. So the sweet Bursaria in the wild, it grows all crazy forms, all crazy shapes and sizes. That's because it's a wild plant. But if you had this in your own garden, you could trim it to whatever shape you want. One thing to look out for with the sweet Bursaria is that its second name, its species name, spinosa. It's got spines all over it. You would want to be careful with where you're going to put it. You don't want to put it in a garden bed where you're going to have to brush up against it all the time. If you want to get one at your place, you want to just check in with your local conservation group. They'll tell you where to buy one from.
Also tend to chase shade a fair bit. Now both of them.
There's a massive kangaroo up there. Good. We've had a great time catching fish, looking at the plants all around here, just enjoying the peace and quiet of. I really hope that this isn't the end of this spot. I hope that somebody can fix up the jetty here. 6 AM tomorrow morning so that I can get up, pack up. Just need to finish off the video for Nana's garden. I've got a secret weapon for the morning, so look forward to that. But for now, and good night. Oh, good morning. The birds haven't even gotten up yet. They're about to. Yeah, I told you there was a secret weapon for this morning. Let's go, baby. That'll put some pep in your step. That's camp all packed up. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you had as much fun watching it as I had making it. Did you have fun, Angus? As always, please subscribe to the channel. Hype up the video if you want to see all the bloopers, extra content, the outtakes that didn't make it into this YouTube version of this video, then please head over to the Gardener Patreon page. You can also get in contact with me over there as well.